This is definitely a sighting that we've been looking forward to having. It's Shadow, guys. Shadow, and somewhere hidden in here is Shadow's cub as well. She's got a monkey kill that she's currently feeding on, crunching away. I don't know where the cub is, so I'm speaking very... Oh no, that's a log. That's not a leopard cub, that's a log. This will be my very first time seeing Shadow's cub, and it's the first time I've seen Shadow in ages as well. So we're absolutely, really privileged to be here, and so lucky that Ryan called us in when he did. As James mentioned, we can't be here for too long for a couple of reasons. The main one being that it is starting to get dark, and there are a couple of other vehicles that would very much like to come and see the sighting. So we've just got to hope that Shadow's little one decides to show itself. There we go. We've got it. Well spotted, Dave. Oh my goodness. It's okay, little one. Hi. It is lovely to meet you. Heard so many good things about you. What's your clever mom got? Oh, look at this. Absolutely incredible. He's stalking mom already. And so beautifully relaxed. Oh, this is so incredible. Shadow's little 4-month-old female cub. How lucky are we? Hi. Aren't you gorgeous? This is absolutely the best way that this day could have gone. I'm so excited. The first time I've seen this cub. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, you're watching a 4-month-old leopard cub live from the African bush. It really doesn't get better than this. Look how relaxed it is. Can I have some too, Mum? Absolutely fantastic. This is Karula's daughter, Shadow, and Karula's granddaughter. So much smaller and fluffier than Karula's cubs are now. Sneaking around towards Mum. Obviously, Mum not in the mood to share. So little cub is finding other ways of amusing itself, including sniffing the apple leaf. Our Shadow, when she first had these cubs, decided to den them on a main road. And what that meant was... Oh! You've got to know which branches will bear your weight and which ones won't, I guess. Little Phlegm and Grimace. I didn't even know that they're Phlegm and Grimace this young. How amazing is that? Almost imagining it going right to the edge of that branch and then being flung upwards like a spring. What's there? What smells so nice? Something smells very interesting on this apple leaf. And James, the closet royalist, apparently has been calling this little cub Zara. This is absolutely magical in this afternoon light. Oh, flop. Flop. Simply marvelous. Thank you, Shadow, for this very special moment. Now, this monkey won't last very long, and unfortunately neither will this sighting for us. We will have to leave very, very soon. But this has been such a marvelous moment. But we can't deny other people the opportunity to view this sighting in this glorious, dappled afternoon light. And hello to safari lover Elaine, while we watch one of our newest additions to our Safari Live family. You want to know why they're called cubs and not kittens? So the babies of all of the big cats, which fall into a different, oh goodness, genus, a different genus to our domestic cats and the smaller cats, they are given a different terminology. They're called cubs rather than kittens, because they're part of the Panthera family. I think Shadow's about to cough up a hairball. She's making the most peculiar burping sounds. She might have eaten a bit too fast. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so thrilled. It was worth losing the competition just for this. And Dean, in Nelspruit, you were wondering, as Shadow provides us with a few burps, what the chances are of Shadow and Karula's cubs having the same father. Coming to get a little bit of food. There we go. She only ate half of it. She left the rest for her cub. And the answer is very, very high. They both mated with Tingana, and we think that Karula also mated with Anderson. We know that Shadow definitely did. So whilst it's impossible for us to know, chances are there's a very high percentage chance that the cubs have the same dad. Of course, leopard's not bound by the conventions of the traditional family. Guys, we do have to go. We can't hog the sighting. It's just one of those things that's been found at sunset. I have to call in the next person. Let me just get onto the Game Drive channel, find out where they were. Station on first standby for Shadow and Bontuan. What's your position? Okay, copy. If you want to start making your way, I'll pull out when you get here. Okay, so we've got about 2 minutes or so before we have to... I know I've put us in an awkward place, but I don't want to scare the little cub away. I think we're okay, though. I think this little cub is incredibly relaxed around vehicles, so let's try to get a nice view before we have to pull out. Okay, we're just going to switch on and let the engine run a little bit. Okay, cub hasn't stopped feeding. Shadow hasn't stopped grooming. I'm going to stop there. I don't want to scare it at all. So even if it's not the best view in the world, we'll settle for it. There's Shadow, the marvelous mother. Well done, girl. Caught a monkey. Clever, clever girl. Giving herself a jolly good groom. Just goes to show, guys, the sacrifice that leopard mothers make for their cubs. She left most of that kill, and I think she was hungry, judging by the speed at which she ate it. She left most of that kill for the little one, who unfortunately has dragged it into a very awkward position. I can just see some movements behind the leaves. Now, apart from birds of prey, leopards are pretty much the only thing that are capable or agile enough to catch a very sharp-eyed and agile monkey. Oh, little cub, come on, one last view. Sorry. One last, there we go, thank you. And while our little cub feasts on Mom's monkey, Canada Keith, how common is a monkey kill for a leopard? Relatively. I couldn't give you an exact percentage. If I had to guess what percentage of its diet it makes up, maybe between 10 to 15%, maybe a little bit less. It's something we can double check what James thinks on the fireside chat while I gloat about the cub and he gloats about his victory in our ranger race. But they are, as I said, probably the only mammal agile enough to, one of the few mammals to agile enough to regularly catch a monkey. Oh, amazing. So tiny and already weaned, but little teeth not always that strong, or at least the jaw muscles not quite strong enough to pull away the meat, and a bit of shaking is what's necessary. Kelly in Florida, you're right, it might not be a pangolin. Oh, look at that. Isn't that incredible? I think we deserve a lot of points for this. Actually, to be honest, Kelly, Ryan and his tracker deserve a lot of points for this. And he made that point. When he left the sighting, he asked to just remind me that the 6 ones that will be delivered to him later will be cold upon arrival. And some of you will understand exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. We do owe Ryan big time for this sighting. And a little bit of luck as well. I can't really claim any credit for this. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. A bit macabre, but incredible nonetheless. The monkey presenting something of a challenge for little leopard teeth. Yes, little cub, I hear the sound of the vehicle too, on its way. Oh, look at that. There's going to be a smile on my face for the rest of the day, possibly the rest of the week. Very gruesome. Decidedly gruesome. Oh. Standing by. Copy. I'm pulling out now. Okay, guys, time for us to go. One last look at the cub. Absolutely extraordinary. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Shadow. Oh, look at that. Oh, you naughty little thing. Okay, guys, we have to go. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. How incredible was that? Hissing at Mom. Little brat. Goodness. Mom.